Bits.
Time to switch.
That was last week, Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, your hat.
My hat.
Keep it mixing.
Keep it PG.
Mexican?
Don't change. Mixin'. Not
Nixon?
Nixon. No.
Nixon? Like Frost Nixon?
Get him, Agnew.
Guys, we're not going back in time.
I know.
We're not going back in time at all.
Futurama.
Don't lose. What just?
He threw his phone because he didn't want his
really
phone.
throw it?
Yeah.
No, he just
It
lightly
looked like
tossed
you
it.
threw it there for a
I
second.
did throw it.
It's called acting. And on that note...
And on that note, welcome to Nerdentials, your weekly dose of the nerdy essentials. I'm your host, Joe, and with me today,
Jeff.
And I'm Paul.
and we are affluently here to talk,
Affluently
I know,
here.
about the Gaming Bits, episode 3 this week. Specifically, I've got a big topic, a lot of dirt I've dug up
Ooh.
about a certain game that at least two of us are heavily anticipating.
We got through the topsoil, guys.
So digging down into the clay.
Yeah.
We're almost there. And that's a game by the name of Mass Effect Andromeda.
Okay.
Excitement.
Two of us are excited. One of us is nonchalantly looking over by the corner here.
But low-key, as you deliver this news, I become quite more excited.
All right. Well, future tense, Paul, thank you for that analysis.
You're welcome.
First point to make, it is coming out March 21st. For all you average players out there. For you more...
You Avies over here.
Avi's, not to be confused with Nintendo's Navi, Zelda. That's another topic entirely covered last week.
Check it out.
Now moving forward, yeah, do check
Link
it out.
in the description below.
For you more elite that are willing to pay $5 a month for said subscription through EA Access, you will get this game as early as the 16th, which is a Thursday, a whopping 3+ days before the average consumer who just...
5 days.
You know, and that kind of displaces the PlayStation guys who don't even get the option for EA Access. Kind of a dick move. We're going to call it... No, EA Access is Microsoft exclusive, bro. I am so sorry.
Yeah, sorry, you picked the wrong console, bud.
I'm so sorry, dude. This is like a Microsoft EA little thing. I know.
No, that's fine. I honestly had no idea.
Now you do. And
Now I do.
And it kind of sucks. But because you're part of the Nerdentials crew, you'll probably see it earlier. Aside from the release date, we've got, I want to say, a handful, 5, 6-ish, game-changing aspects on this game that we have recently surfaced up past the clay and topsoil. The first one I'm a little interested about because this game is primarily known as a shooter. Would you all agree?
Yes. Oh, for sure.
From what you've seen.
Yeah.
It's a third-person shooter, right?
I remember when the first one came out feeling like it was an RPG.
Which is what they were going for, and they've tried to maintain a little bit of that. But what they've thrown in there is a heavy amount of melee combat. And not just to subside that with...
Okay.
In previous iterations, they've taken out the pistol or swapped for the pistol or the rifle. Now it's getting a dedicated slot, and here's an intriguing fact to that game. Crafting weapons.
Ooh.
They're going a little Skyrim-y on this, little
Fallout-y.
little Elder Scrolls, little Bethesda on their RPG elements.
EA.
They're going a little deeper on this cut, guys, and they are introducing the option for Krogan-styled hammers.
Mm.
They're looking at Omni-tool weapon upgrades and even space swords. Some sources have said. I'm going to not go so far as to say lightsaber, but maybe on the energy sword side or full metal. Who knows? Quick thoughts, guys.
Yeah.
Melee.
So, I usually play an infiltrator.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm used to my sniper rifle and my pistol and not being that close enough to actually be slicing somebody.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
I'm not a Vanguard player or anything like that. So
you only had the elbow attack or the instant kill Omni stab attack before.
Yeah. I'm interested. Maybe they can get me out of my comfort zone.
I'd be curious if there's any, like, gun crafting, because, I mean, that would be kind of cool. There's no mention of that, but...
There could be, because you're supposed to be in Andromeda, and you're out there on your own, so really, how are you going to get new weapons, per se, unless you get them from the people that are already in Andromeda, or you craft them yourself?
Right.
Yeah.
And speaking of crafting, one extra category that a game changer for this franchise that they're doing is they're shifting up, they're making planet types. It's no longer going through your menu and hoping to find, okay, what's the next major mission or what's the next side mission. You're now going to look at the star map, so to speak, and you're going to, we don't know exactly whether it's naming or color coding, but there's going to be a differentiation between planet types. Story-based planets, which move the main plot along, plot-changing events, and open-world exploration, which kind of seems a little daunting. This game might be getting a little bit of the...
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. I was going to say No Man's Sky.
The idea of going to different planets and stuff like that, I almost feel kind of bad for EA, because when you brought that up to me, it was like, that feels really Destiny-like. The idea of the different planets and trying to navigate your way through the story like that.
And, but valid point, but prior to Destiny, Mass Effect pioneered that idea.
Yeah, if you
10 years ago.
See,
10
that's
years
why
ago.
and like I don't.
That was in the first one. You actually had a lot more planets.
Paul's our avid non-Mass Effect player.
And it's not that I'm a non-Mass Effect. I'm just like I'm pretty behind on my video games and not very good
it's a
at
backlog
them.
for you. It's a backlog, and that's all right.
It is.
But just further to the point...
that also did sound familiar as well. So I've just been playing Destiny lately.
Right.
So
it seems like repetitive, but it isn't, because they were the ones
who started it. Yeah.
Swappable, toggleable, however you want to call it. Class... Toggleable. Hashtag toggleable. And I'll figure out how to spell that later.
Toggleable.
Yeah.
Toggleable.
Class abilities, guys. In the older iterations of Mass Effect, you had to pick a specific class
and you stayed
through the whole story. Vanguard, Infiltrator, Soldier. You only had 3 core classes, a few side ones that were variations of that or mixes, but you were stuck with it for the whole thing. This introduces an interesting aspect, because coinciding with multiplayer, they are the 2 key differences between main campaign and multiplayer. Is you can interchange, kind of like Skyrim, Elder Scrolls games. You can kind of adjust, move up and down your skill abilities. So that gives you an opportunity to explore every facet of it, rather than having to play through 40, 80, 100 hours of an RPG as one class, as some of us end up doing. Yeah. This offers up a wide variety of constantly exploring all the abilities, your biotics, your stealth, your combat, all of that. The change up between multiplayer, however, is they're locking you into a class choice for multiplayer. So I don't know how that's going to go. You're going to be locked in, and I mean, but I think on a side note, that's going to be fine, because you've got the entire main campaign to explore those and figure out what you do like, and then take it into multiplayer. So moving forward, guys, from the multiplayer aspects, a lot of cool different changes. One key feature I wanted to focus on real quick that I think is very interesting, and a bold move for both BioWare and EA, is eliminating the Paragon Renegade black and white situational, moving to the point, situational changes. Okay. Because before, you had a black and white choice, and that made the game fun to an extent, and it gave replayability for it. You play all the way evil, all the way good, or you stay neutral. They had that. But with that, when you make the dialogue choice in that game, you've chosen the path, and you have an expectation of what you're going to see. Mm-hmm. They've decided to make a huge game changer in that and broaden the description for the choice, allowing gamers to be surprised by it. 4 choices in total. They've labeled them, from what I've read, a head choice,
Mm-hmm.
casual choice, a heart choice, emotional felt, and a professional-based choice in your dialogues and through your major moral choices in the game. A lot of gray in that. That's going to create a lot of interesting outcomes that I think it's going to, for me personally, I think that's going to bring a little bit of surprise to the plot.
Oh yeah, for
Thoughts?
sure. Yeah, like I've always played as a Paragon,
Mm-hmm.
and I would love to be surprised if it
Be
made
like,
it more.
oops, I made that choice.
Yeah, I
and
was
that
like, oh, I
actually
gotta live with it. Whatever,
That's not so good.
Yeah,
Right.
And that's really cool. That's kind of why I like Telltale,
Telltale's
because
story
especially
plan.
if you do like Walking Dead and everything, it lives in gray area. You don't know if this is going to be a good choice
until you see what happens.
Yeah, and I'm completely fine with that. Like, I remember they gave you the option to disarm somebody.
Yeah.
And you don't know exactly what that's going to do. But I would have probably disarmed them as well.
Right,
like
just out of caution.
It's just like, ooh, get that away from me. Oh, now you're bad, and I got you. Babe, yeah.
Babe.
Wrong shirt for that, Paul.
Right, Paul, thoughts on that idea as an RPG? Because I know you're not a huge Mass Effect player, but
I think that's really cool. I like the idea of like this moral gray ground because you feel when it's really cut and dry, you're like, okay, this is my good response, this is my bad response, this is my gray response, a neutral response, I should say.
Neutral.
Now we don't know where it's gonna lead.
No idea for some of them.
And that's actually really exciting, and that actually is a bit of a game changer, and that's one of my favorite aspects. That, correct me if I'm wrong, subscribers and commenters, I really feel like Mass Effect was one of the first games. I mean, okay, Fable.
So
I already know where you're going with this, Paul.
Yeah.
BioWare has done this since Knights of the Old Republic. So
Oh, that's right.
BioWare's
This is why.
quick nerd
Yeah.
correction. BioWare's been doing this since '98 with Baldur's Gate. Any PC
that's
nerds
true.
out there?
That's true.
Moral
Oh,
choices have
look
been
at
there
that
for
rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Love it.
I corrected you, then he corrected me.
Correctception.
Man, guess
Correctception.
what? He's younger than me. I corrected him, and then I'm younger than you, and you corrected me. I guess age defies beauty.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Paul is the most beautiful out of us all.
Jeff, final thoughts on those changes?
It's whatever. Like, seriously, like I don't.
Excited to see it happen because you are a fan.
Yeah,
franchise.
I'm excited for Mass Effect Andromeda because I am a super fan of BioWare's IPs, and I want to play it.
We all want
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
On that note, guys, I think that kind of wraps up our feelings. Yeah, no, maybe we'll keep it there. Guys, that is the topic for the week. Excited? Cautiously optimistic? Or arms folded, waiting to be impressed?
Impress me.
What are your thoughts on Andromeda, guys? Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. And, maybe warm up to that subscribe button just to,
Caress that subscribe button. Sweet talk that subscribe button. Get all up in that subscribe button.
To keep up to date with our weekly content, guys, 3 times a week, I think is what we're shooting for right now.
Yeah.
For movie, TVs, and games. So, that being said, Facebook and Twitter, follow us on there if you guys like. A lot of good nerdy conversation to be had.
Absolutely.
And with that, nerds, we'll see you on the other side. Been out for this guy. I never understand.
I know, he's not a team player.
It is what it is.
He's frozen.